we welcome you to Monroeville, Pennsylvania, here on the campus of Gateway High School, as the Gateway Gators take on the Trinity Hillers here on NFHS Network. Hello, everybody, and thank you so much for tuning in. I'm Spencer Witt. It's been a good start for both of these teams, or good start for Trinity so far this season. They've had one match to play against Moon. It was a 3-2 loss to Moon in non-conference play on the 28th of March, but they were able to move themselves up to 10th in the Class 2A rankings after being unranked last week. Gateway, it's their first match of the season, and the Gators, after going to the WPIAL playoffs last season and falling to Ambridge 3-1, they look to try and get themselves back into playoffs here with a win against Trinity would help, I should say, their confidence. It's a non-conference match, of course. Both these teams not in the exact same sectional. They are in both in AA. So it's a good tune-up match for both of these teams. Real quick, want to give a shout-out to the JV team for Gateway, winning 2-1 against Trinity. Trinity took the first set. Gateway took the second and third. It's the varsity teams taking on now as first serve from Trinity, and we're underway here at Gateway High School. Passed up by the Gators in the back row, sent over by number 3, Ryan Bozasevic. That's the setter for Gateway who sends it over first touch. Passed up by Trinity, sent over by number 11, Connor Roberts. Kept alive by Gateway, and that one rolled too far for number 12. That's Ryan Hoffner, sophomore middle hitter for Gateway. Sends that one too strong, and serving again is Trinity. Too far from Josh Lent for Trinity. Lent, the sophomore for the Hillers, sends that one too far. 1-1 apiece here in this first set. Served over by Gateway on the outside, kept up. Nice dig. That one bounces, though, unfortunately off of the pillars, or the cross beams, I should say, in the ceiling. Bounces over the net, so it's a point for Trinity. Of course, Trinity cannot be affected by the play on the other side from the roof. They can only play if it hits off the roof on their own side and they play it themselves. That goes for both teams, of course. Outside for Gateway, and a big kill, number 10 for Gateway. Chris Lewis, outside hitter, senior for the Gators. Sends that one straight down. Big swing from Lewis. A correction. It's a point for Trinity. I was so excited by the swing, I didn't see the exact actual call. I believe it might have been a net violation for Lewis. That one sent over his head as well, so a point for Trinity. Serving it is Connor Roberts for the Hillers. Passed up. Getting there and sending it over, though, is Gateway on a free ball. Set into the middle. Touched over. Kept up by Gateway outside. Lewis off the block. Kept up by the Gators. Rolled back over. Roberts was there for it. Played by number 26, Cipoletti. Sent over from the setter, and it's a point for Gateway. Good heads-up play from number 12. Ryan Hoffner. Correction, that was Hoffner, not the setter who was there for Gateway. Aiden Kohlberg will come in to serve for the Gators. Senior defensive specialist sends this one over, rolls it over, passed up from Trinity. Cross court from number 21, Kyle Fetchko, and that one going too far across court outside that white line, and a point for Gateway. And Kohlberg will serve again. Aiden Kohlberg sends it over, passed up by number 6, Josh Lent. Pushed over by Roberts for Trinity. Set outside, Chris Lewis down the line. Lewis gets the kill. Nice swing from Chris Lewis again. This time he does get the point. And this time Gateway ties it back up at 4 apiece here in the first set. Aiden Kohlberg will serve again. Kohlberg with a running start on his serves. This one sent over. Pushed over by Trinity. That was number 18, Luke Higgins. Getting there is Gateway, and they send over a free ball, but it's too strong from Chris Lewis. A little swing to his pass over the net, or I should say bump over the net. Serving that one into the net, though, unfortunately. Gia Cipoletti, 6'3", senior middle hitter for Trinity. Cipoletti didn't get much height on the initial approach for his serve, and that's why that one went a little too low. And that one is the exact opposite. Chris Lewis sending that one way too far for Gateway. Sent that out like a laser, just straight away. Could not get over top of it, the exact opposite that Cipoletti had. And Trinity will serve again, a jump serve right off the dome of number 24, Connor Bull. From the serve from Kyle Fetchko. Bull's having a laugh at that one, but it is a point for Gateway. So back-to-back-to-back service errors, and finally we have a serve in play after the past 3 points. This one in for Gateway. Backside to number 20, Jace Beam for the Gators. That one's going to be a double hit on number 18, Luke Higgins. Higgins, the opposite hitter. They'll be a little bit more generous, especially on the high school level when it comes to who is going to be setting the ball. This one drops in, point for Gateway. It's an ace for number 3. Ryan Bozasevic, the senior, the setter for Gateway. 8-6, Gateway up early here in the match. Served over off of the arms of the libero for Trinity. Sent over by Gabriel Shaw for Gateway. Outside, passed up. Nice pass, Gunnar Hayes. Shaw down cross court. And that's a point for Shaw and the Gators. 9-6 is Shaw with a nice kill. Was a nice pass from Gunnar Hayes, the senior defensive specialist for Gateway as well. Sent over on a free ball from Fetchko for Trinity. Outside, Shaw rolls that one over. Fetchko, first one there for the Hillers. Outside, Lentz, kept up by Gateway, sent it back over for Trinity. They'll go to the right side now. Higgins. Higgins tries to roll that over, gets blocked. No correction, they'll call 4 touches is the call. Thought there was a piece of it from Gateway, but instead 4 touches is the call, and that will be point for the Gators. 10-6, so the first to reach double digits. Gateway is, as this one's passed up by the libero, Hunter Strickland. Too strong from Trinity. 11-6 is the head coach for Trinity. Larry Myers will take a timeout. Trinity last season 7-3 in Class 2A. Lost to Plum 3-2 in the first round of WPIALs. They won the second and third sets for Trinity until the Mustangs took the 4th and the 5th to advance into the quarterfinals in the WPIAL playoffs. For Gateway last season, they were the 14 seed taking on Ambridge. Ambridge, the Bridgers, have been consistently a very good volleyball team for the past decade at the very least. It was not expected of Gateway to really put up much of a fight last year, but they did take a set against the Bridgers. Fell, though, 3-1. A gentleman's sweep, you would say, for Ambridge. Gateway actually took the first set until Ambridge decided to play a lot better volleyball than they did in that first set. They were very sloppy. Gateway took advantage. Once the Bridgers worked things out, they were able to advance. They went to the consolation match of the WPIALs last season. So both these teams playoff bound last season. They're trying to get right back there this season. Too strong of the serve from Bozasevic, the senior for Gateway. A lot of seniors, I should say a handful actually, for Gateway. A lot of seniors for Trinity. As this one's served over by number 18, Luke Higgins, one of the seniors. But a point for Gateway, tipped over. Nice play from number 23, Will Kromka, one of the seniors for the Gators, and he will serve for Gateway. Served over, passed up. Outside, number 11, Roberts off the block, kept up. That one will bounce over. I should say that one will be touched over. Good heads-up play, number 20, Jace Beam, and not touching that one. It's a point for Gateway. Kromka serves it over again. Passed up, sent over. Good heads-up play, but good play by Bozasevic to keep that one alive for Gateway. Trinity on the attack. Sent over. No call. Player going under to the net. Off the block. Kept alive. Off the antenna, though, and it's a point for Trinity after that one hit off the antenna from Gateway. It will be Connor Bull who will serve for Trinity. 6'3" senior, middle hitter. Tough on the net, kept up by Gateway, sent over off of the net. We're gonna have a replay as the ref, accidentally calling that one already, blowing the whistle, and I give Trinity credit. Gio Cipoletti hit that one into the net, but it was kept alive by number 11, Connor Roberts. So play should have resumed, but instead we have a replay. 13-8 off of the block. And that one is outside the lines. Point for Gateway. I believe we have a net violation anyway, so point was for the Gators regardless of if that one dropped in or not. 14-8. Good start for Gateway. Gabriel Shaw will serve it over. Passed up. Into the middle. Good swing and a good kill from number 11, Connor Roberts. Only one blocker, and Roberts sent that one to the left side. Put it down for Trinity, and they needed that. Needed a side out here early on in this first set. Josh Lent will serve. Lent sends that one too strong for Trinity. No juniors on Trinity High team. They got a lot of seniors, though. 7 seniors to be specific. Josh Lent, the only underclassman currently playing for Trinity. This one sent over inside the lines. Nice swing. Sending that one deep, Gio Cipoletti. Cipoletti gets that one down, and it's a point for Trinity. And the Hillers will serve Connor Roberts. Jump serve from Roberts, passed up by Kromka. Outside, kept up off of the block. Someone's going to talk there. Josh Lent and number 24, Connor Bull, were both going for it. I believe in that situation, the setter was out, so got to figure out who's supposed to play that. Libero usually takes the next ball, but because Libero was out, that would be delegated normally to Connor Bull, who is currently in the position of libero. Served over. That one might have been out, but it's played anyway by Josh Lent. Unfortunately, bounces backwards. It's an ace for number 2, Aiden Kohlberg for Gateway. And they're up 17-10 in the first set. Sent over, passed up. Backside for Trinity. Touched over by Fetchko, but Gateway will play it. Off the tip, inside the lines anyway for Chris Lewis, and Chris Lewis gets the point. 18-10, Gateway. Aiden Kohlberg will serve again. Kohlberg serving for Gateway, and he sends that one into the net. Service error from Kohlberg. Trinity will serve. Cipoletti will serve. Sent over, passed up. for Gateway into the middle. Touched over, kept alive though, but just out of play. Nice play. Getting the point was Chris Lewis. Lewis listed as both an outside hitter and a middle blocker. And he has earned himself the serve. Sending that one over from the middle position. Lewis sends it over. No, he does not, unfortunately. Hitting into the net. Service error from Lewis, and it's a point for Trinity, 19-12. Gateway still up in this first set. Course played 25. Win by 2. Fifth set if necessary. First to 15. Served over, passed up. Into the middle, touched over from number 23, Kromka. Outside for Trinity. Lent sends it over, passed up. Outside for number 13, Gabriel Shaw, and Shaw gets the point. For Gateway, Gabriel Shaw. A strong start for him as well. Bozasevic will serve into the net. Had a target on Jace Beam there as he had to duck out of the way. Served over, or excuse me, served under the net, and it's a point for Trinity as they will serve. Outside. Tipped into the air a couple times. Gonna call breaking the plane for Trinity. Trinity talking with this. This is Connor Roberts wanting to make sure the situation. Coach Larry Myers discussing things as well. The referee saying that the ball was still over on the other side of the net when he touched it. Roberts was arguing that he touched it first. Regardless, it's a point for Gateway. We're back underway, 21-13. Rolled over, too strong though for the Gators, and a point for Trinity. Good eye from Hunter Strickland, letting that one go. As Connor Bull will serve. R2 still making sure proper substitutions are in place and everything. So 21-14 is the score for Gateway. Gateway last season 4-5, 2-4 in section play. Trinity will serve as this one too strong. From number 24, Connor Bull. It'll be a point for Gateway, 22-14. Gabriel Shaw serves it over. Backside, straight down. Huge kill, number 24, Connor Bull. Bull gets the point. They got to go retrieve the ball. No correction. Yeah, good eye from the R2. That's Connor Bull who swung that one down, sent that down. He's in the back row after just serving. So an obvious back row attack for Trinity. It was a good swing, though. I'll give him that. But unfortunately, for him, it's not going to count. That one will count for Trinity, though, as it's sent out of play and a serve for the Hillers. 23-15 Gateway. Hillers to serve that one into the net. So a point for Gateway, and it's set point number 1 for the Gators. Aiden Kohlberg will serve. 24-15 Gateway. Kohlberg looking to close it out here off of the serve. Kept up by Trinity. They roll it over off of the block. Kromka, but into the net was Cipoletti, and it's a point for Gateway, and they take the first set. 25-15. Gateway, good start for the Gators on home court. Home opener, season opener for Gateway. And I mentioned earlier, Trinity, they went on and played Moon. That was in Moon Township, a non-conference match on the 28th of March. They dropped to the Tigers 3-2, but that was able to move themselves up into 10th in the Class 2A rankings. Gateway right now currently unranked in AA. But a win here would definitely help their case. Trinity in that first set just kind of looked very sluggish. A lot of miscues from them especially. Gateway came out swinging, no doubt. A lot of good kills. Gabriel Shaw on the outside, as well as number 10, Chris Lewis. That's what Trinity's got to do. They got to stop those outside hitters. They were slowing them down a little bit at the end of that set. Kind of cleaned things up a little bit defensively, but too many service errors, especially for Trinity. Something that head coach Larry Myers is going to try to get his team cleaned up here in the second set. Crowd on hand here. Mentioned a beautiful day in Monroeville, Pennsylvania. Temperatures hit about 70 degrees for the afternoon. After a little rain earlier on in the day, it got very nice. After the crazy and difficult to predict weather, the roller coaster weather we've had the past couple days, nothing too outlandish, but just more along the lines of cold, nice days, cold, nice days, going back and forth. It's supposed to be a little colder this weekend as well. But hopefully after this next weekend, spring weather will be upon us, of course, because spring sports have started. Got lacrosse starting as well for WPIAL lacrosse, both boys and girls lacrosse. Baseball and softball also starting up momentarily as well, as long as the weather is permitting for them. You've got boys volleyball as well as boys tennis in the spring as well. Gateway Gators, when it comes to volleyball, have struggled the past several seasons. Unfortunately for them, just haven't been able to figure things out in AA. Last time they were section champions was 1986 for boys volleyball. Things have turned around a little bit in terms of play. Like I mentioned, they've made the playoffs last season, made the playoffs a couple seasons ago as well. Of course, the 2020 season was unfortunately not played for Gateway, but prior to that, they had had a lot more success. In comparison, 2019, unfortunately, was not a good year for them, but 2018, 2017 fared a lot better. And Coach Phil Randolph just trying to figure things out again. These are the type of matches that you need them to be. Taking on a AA opponent, team that potentially you could be playing in the playoffs come later on this season, depending on how seedings and everything go. The R2 is making sure that proper substitutions Serving for Gateway is number 38, Gunnar Hayes, and we're back underway here on the NFHS Network. Thank you again for tuning in. I'm Spencer Witt. First point of the set goes to Trinity. Able to side out right off of the serve for the first point of the second set. Josh Lent, sophomore, sending that one into the net. Lent's serves just have not been able to get enough juice on them to get over the net. He's trying to roll those things over. Speaking of another serve, unfortunately under the net this time. Bozasevic sends that one under. It's point for Trinity, so back-to-back service errors. Served over, trying to get to it, unfortunately not able to. It's an ace for Trinity. Number 11, Connor Roberts, getting the ace. Roberts will serve again, 3-1. Early on in this set, sent over, passed up by number 2. That's Aiden Kohlberg. The libero for Gateway, passed up again. Set to the right side, number 20, Jace Beam, and Beam gets the point. Jace Beam, nice point from him. Bozasevic, nice set to the back side, the right side hitter. Back set from Bozasevic. Point for Gateway. Aiden Kohlberg will serve again for Gateway. Kohlberg sends it over. Passed up, tipped over. Out of play for Gateway. It's a point for Trinity.
Right, because they were playing without one sometimes. So then Monday, yes.
Served over, passed up. Off of the block. Kept up, though, by Trinity. Nice block coverage, or Gateway, excuse me. Nice block coverage from the Gators. Outside, Fetchko. Fetchko gets the point. Nice swing from Kyle Fetchko. Good kill for the senior, and he gets the point. 5-2, Trinity in the second set. Serving this one a bit too strong, though, was Cipoletti. Will Kromka will serve for Gateway. Kromka sends that one over, passed up, tight on the net. They're going to want a point for Trinity. They are. Can't reach over and touch that one, especially when the setter is trying to set that one, Roberts. And too much issues from Gateway. Too aggressive, unfortunately, for them. Point for Trinity. Fetchko will serve into the net. Took some off that one, and unfortunately, into the net. Another service error for Fetchko. Point for Gateway. Serving this one is Jace Beam, and Beam gets the ace. Good serve from Beam off the arms of a player for Trinity. You can see number 7, Hunter Strickland, saying my bad. Gonna try and pass this one up better. Getting to it. It goes over the other side of the antenna, though, unfortunately. Point for Gateway. It's another service ace, excuse me, for the Gators. Beam will serve again. Passed up. Outside for Trinity. Kept up. Nice dig. Number 11. That's Keegan Kuiper for Gateway. Into the middle, into the net. Point for Gateway. Keegan Kuiper, sophomore, defensive specialist. Getting a nice dig for Gateway, and Gators have earned themselves a serve again. Passed up into the middle, tipped over. Kuiper is there for it. Set by Beam into the middle. Lewis pushes that one over. They're going to call a double hit on Lewis. Too much spin on that one. Right idea, trying to push that into the corner. Just could not push that one cleanly. Luke Higgins serving that one, and it's a point for Gateway. 8-7, Gateway takes the lead again. Too strong though from number 10, Chris Lewis. Serving this one is Connor Bull, passed up. Outside, pushed over, two-handed push from number 24. Noah Pasalinkwa, the junior outside hitter. Gunnar Hayes will come back and serve for Gateway. Hayes sends it over, passed up off of the block, kept up by Kohlberg. Outside, off of the block, and tooling the block is Will Kromke. Kromke gets the point for Gateway, 10-8 in the second set. Will Kromke, the senior for Gateway. This one's sent over. Nice heads-up play from number 11, Connor Roberts. Setter dump going on 2 and sending that one over. Trinity serving, but just a bit too short on the serve. Point for Gateway. Ryan Bozasevic will serve for the Gators. Bozasevic sends it over, passed up by Gateway. Outside, 21, Fetchko. That one out of play, a point for Gateway.
She wants something to snack, she's going. I had $2 left because I paid for her to get in.
Bozasevic serving this one over again for Gateway. Passed up, just touched over by Bull. Outside, off the block. A good point for number 23, Will Kromke, as a collision from Trinity players. That one just out of the reach of 2 players for Trinity. Number 6, Josh Lent. Number 24, Connor Bull. Good effort from both of them, especially Bull. Trying to dive over there for it. But Kromke gets the point. Bozasevic will serve again. That one off of Bull. Tipped over. Point for Gateway is Fetchko. Another error from him sends that one out of play. Be surprised to see Trinity call another timeout here. It's 14-9. Bozasevic serves, passed up, outside to number 21 off the block, kept up by Trinity, passed up by Kohlberg, kept up. Gateway sends it over. Tipped a couple times, and they'll collect themselves. Kromke on the outside, off of the block. Kromke can't handle that one. Point for Trinity. Roberts got a piece of that one for Trinity, and he earns himself the serve. 14-10 in the second set. Served over off the chest of Kohlberg, and Kohlberg will push it over. Good job by Gateway, keeping that one up into the middle. Gateway went for a triple block, but Cipoletti sends that one too strong. It's a point for Gateway. Kohlberg serves it over. Lent passes that one up. Outside the lines, underneath the net anyway, is the actual official call. Fetchko going under the net. Point for Gateway. Kohlberg, too strong from him off the serve. Good serve, or good rally, I should say. Good serve streak from Gateway, and it's 16-11 now. Cipoletti will serve. Served over, passed up. Gunnar Hayes. That one kept up. Nice dig from number 6, Josh Lent. Backside off the block. Kept up. Kohlberg. Touched by Beam. Rolled over by Hayes. Trinity on the offensive. Fetchko off the block. Out of the reach. It's a block for Gateway. 20 and 10 were both there. Jace Beam and Chris Lewis on the block. A good rally from both of these teams. Gateway gets the point, and Kromka will serve. Kromka sends it over, passed up. Outside, Bull. Kept up, though, by Gateway. Into the middle. Kept up by Kromka. Off one arm, but nobody else can get to it from Bazasevic. Point for Trinity. Kyle Fetchko will serve. Jump serve from Fetchko. Good one at that. Kept up by Kohlberg. Trying to push that one over, but not able to. Pasalinqua was sending that one into the net. Point for Trinity. Back-to-back points for the Hillers, 17-13. Another jump serve from Fetchko, and it's too strong. Point for Gateway.
He's the assistant. He's the assistant maintenance director.
Served over by Jace Beam. Beam. Gateway gets the point off of that one. Served over by Gateway. That's Jace Beam who serves it. Outside, Lent. Off the fingertips of Kohlberg. Kept up by number 11, Kuiper, and then played by Trinity. Into the middle, off the block. Kuiper is there. It's sent over. Strickland gets to it. Outside, Lent. Good call, point for Gateway. 20-13 Gateway. Jace Beam serves it over, passed up. Pushed into the corner, but too strong from number 11, Connor Roberts. Point for Gateway, and a timeout taken by Trinity. The Hillers taking a timeout. They dropped the first set 25-15, and they're in danger of dropping the second set as well. Trinity 7-3 last season. Lost to Plum in the first round of the WPIALs. Gateway lost to Ambridge in the first round of WPIALs last season as well. Handful of seniors on the team for Gateway. 6 seniors to be exact. Aiden Kohlberg, Ryan Bazasevic, Chris Lewis, Gabriel Shaw, Gunnar Hayes, and Will Kromka are the seniors for Gateway, but we've seen a lot of action from some underclassmen as well. Keegan Kuiper, sophomore, getting some playing time. Noah Pasalinqua getting some playing time as well, the junior outside hitter. Served over by Gateway. We're back underway, 20-13. In the middle and getting the point is number 24, Connor Bull for Trinity. 21-14. As Luke Higgins will serve. No, he will not. Correction. Have a substitution.
Where did she live at? Did she live around here? So she still didn't work. She didn't, what's it called? She still didn't work for
Trinity serves this one over. Too strong, though, unfortunately. For the Hillers. Point for Gateway. 22-14 in the second set. Too strong in the serve from Lewis, and it's a point for the Hillers as they trade points off of service errors. Connor Bowl will serve. Bowl sends it over, passed up by Gateway into the middle. Good point for number 12, Ryan Hoffner. Hoffner, the middle hitter, a sophomore, getting the point. A quick set from Bazasevic. And some substitutions for Gateway. Kromka comes back in along with Hayes. Kromka will be in the front row. Hayes will be serving. Served over. Into the middle, tipped over. Kept alive a couple times. Trinity pushes that one over, but they're not going to be able to. It's a replay. The R1 and R2 talking things over. So it is going to be a point for Gateway. The R2 and Larry Myers talking things over with each other. Trinity's been having this issue pretty much all evening in terms of illegal touches. But it's a point for Gateway, and it's set point number 1 for the Gators. Rolled over. Sent over by number 12, Brian Hoffner, just playing that one, standing right there. He gets the point, and that's the second set. It's a replica of the first set, 25-15, as the Gators, they take the third set, they'll sweep the match. Trinity looking to do the hardest thing in volleyball, come back after being down the first 2 sets to force not only a 4th, but a 5th as well. Once again, thank you so much for tuning in here on the NFHS Network. I'm Spencer Witt. Of course, Gateway and Trinity both in AA volleyball. But of course, they're in different sections, as I mentioned before, as this is a non-conference match. Trinity's section is Seton LaSalle, Trinity, Bishop Canevin, Thomas Jefferson, Keystone Oaks, and Steel Valley. That's section 3 AA. Section 2 AA is Deer Lakes, Mars, Plum, Gateway, and Dairy. So a tough section for Gateway as well. Deer Lakes always consistently a pretty good team. Dairy as well. Mars and Plum have both shown some flashes as well. So tough section for Gateway, but that's not going to stop head coach Phil Randolph and his crew. Matches like these, like I mentioned, you get that confidence boost. Early victories in non-conference matches against opponents who by the numbers, we're better than you last year. 2021, a 7-3 record for Gateway, or for Trinity, excuse me. You earn yourself victories in non-conference matches. You use that momentum forward when you are taking on teams like Deer Lakes, like Derry as well. And Coach Larry Myers got some work cut out for him and the crew for the Hillers. And a lot of service errors for Trinity. They need to clean up their serves, I think, is the best advice that I can at least give from the man sitting several rows up with a microphone in his hand. Head coach Phil Randolph there on your screen, directing traffic for his team. We're making sure all of the substitutions are proper. R2 saying things are good. So Trinity will serve first. It will be Josh Lent who will serve for the Hillers. Lent sends it over, passed up. Tipped over by number 23, Will Kromka. Just kind of pushes that one over. Kromka gets the point, seeing the block going in between them. First point of the third set goes to Gateway. Vazasevic will serve. Good serve from him, trying to touch that one over off the block. Trinity tries to keep it alive, but instead it's player underneath of the net for Trinity. Another thing they need to clean up, that was 26, Gio Cipoletti. He gets so anxious, you get jitters. You want to make the play when you're there, but you cross that line both literally and figuratively where you're too aggressive on it. Things like that are the reason for those calls. This one blocked by number 13, Gabriel Shaw for Gateway. Getting the block for the Gators. Ryan Hoffner was also over there for Gateway. Served over, passed up by Bull. Set by Roberts, rolled over by Fetchko. Played by Gateway. Shaw, and into the net for him. Point for Trinity. Roberts will serve. Passed up. Tough pass as this one will be played. It hits off of the ceiling and put down by Kromka. They're going to call too far from him. Can't reach over and touch that one. You got to wait. Figuring out the substitutions. Aiden Kohlberg was wearing the libero jersey last set. Wasn't wearing it in the first set. Currently now not wearing the libero jersey in the third set. They are not substituting, so they need to fix their rotation. They do before Connor Roberts serves this one over, and Connor Roberts gets the ace. Ace for Roberts, 3 apiece here in this set. Roberts, 6'2", senior setter for Trinity. Into the middle, tipped, but not over the net. Unfortunately, might have been blocked by Gio Cipoletti, but a point anyway for Trinity. As Hoffner not able to get that one over. Roberts will serve again. Another good serve, another good pass though from Kuiper. Outside, kept up, nice dig from Trinity, but nothing doing for that one. Roberts did all he can on the swing from Kromka. Trinity was not able to keep it up, though. Aiden Kohlberg will finally come in, and he will finally be able to serve. Kohlberg sends it over. Passed up by Lent. Both players going for that one, and both players cleaning it up. I think it was Chris Lewis who got a piece of that overpass. Saw Lewis do that earlier in the match, but fortunately for him, he actually went too far over and hit the net. This time, he is not able to. And this time, Aiden Kohlberg gets the ace for Gateway. So the Gators get the ace 6-4 here in the third set. Of course, Gateway took the first and second, 25-15 and 25-15. Served over by Kohlberg. Right side for Gateway. That one not touched. It drops over anyway. It's a point for Gateway. Kyle Fetchko into the net. Outside hitter for Trinity. They're making sure the rotation is proper for Trinity. The serve into the net for Kohlberg. Point for Trinity. 7-5 is early in this third set. Too strong of a serve from Cipoletti, who's had a rough match for him, especially serving-wise. Noah Pasolinqua comes back in for Gateway. Will Kromka serving for the Gators. Off the fingertips, kept up, but it goes towards the stands. Point for Gateway, and it is an ace for Kromka. Kromka gets the ace. He'll serve again, passed up. To the right side, and a good swing and a good kill. Fetchko getting the point for Trinity. And keeping the Hillers in this set early on. They're down 3, 9-6. In the third and potentially final set, Trinity must win this set to force a fourth. Fetchko serves it over, passed up by Kohlberg. Tight on the net, into the net though for Trinity on the overpass. A tactical overpass, as some would say. And it's a point for Gateway. 10-6 to the first to reach double digits in the third set. Served over, passed up, outside. Too strong for Trinity. Connor Bull's got to be careful there as he passed that one up and then went straight towards the net, almost like he was going for it, but obviously he can't play that because he's in the back row, I believe, right now. This one too far, but called an ace. Trinity was not happy. That one drops in. Referee giving them a warning. Off the antenna, point for Trinity. Of course, the line judges, players from the JV team for the home team, like that everywhere in regular season. Served over, passed up by number 1, Owen Echegaray. Sent over, though, but right back from Connor Roberts, and Roberts cleans it up. Point for Trinity. Serving this one again inside the lines. Echegaray passes it off Bazasevic, and Bazasevic gets the point. The setter sending that one over and getting the point. 13-8. Owen Echegaray, a freshman for Gateway. Saw some playing time in the JV match. Will also be playing in this match as well, so getting some experience in high school volleyball. Back row attack is the call, but 24 is front row. Trinity has a weird, or I guess some people would call it a weird formation where they set from the middle, which is something you don't usually see. Is this one too strong for Gateway? You don't usually see setters in the middle. It just seems like that's the tactic that Larry Myers is going with right now, or at least when the front row. Trying to get his outside hitters more action, on the right side hitter as well, more action. So the back row now is Bull, and he will serve this one over. Outside, put over by number 24, and a point for Noah Pasalinkwa. I heard the R2 saying Gunnar Hayes comes back in for Gateway to serve this one over. Passed up in the back row, this time in the back row and getting the point. Good swing from number 21, Kyle Fetchko. Fetchko's been a bright spot here for Trinity. He's had some nice kills. He finally earns himself moving into the front row. Inconsistencies for him, unfortunately, have been the issue so far in this match, but you have nice kills like that, you expect yourself to get more into a groove as the regular season continues on. The timeout will be taken. I believe Gateway calls a timeout. 15-10, they're up in the third set. So Trinity, 7-3 last season, 0-1 so far on the year. Again, they dropped opening match to Moon in non-conference play. Looking ahead as I pull up the schedules. Now it's going to be a minute. We'll go back, get you back with these schedules later on as we resume play here in Gateway High School. Gateway versus Trinity, non-conference match here on the NFHS network. The rally from both of these teams is that one off of Lent, kept alive by Libero. Free ball sent over. Good play from Trinity to keep that one up. Connor Bull was the person who did that one. Sent over, but into the net. And number 21, Kyle Fetchko, knew it, unfortunately. Into the net for Fetchko, and it's a point for Gateway. But again, a good rally from both of those teams. Fetchko had his sights set. No one in front of him to block it, just too aggressive on that net. And that's the call. Fetchko this time pushed over, pushed right back over. That one did not hit the ground. Good D from Gateway. Back over to Fetchko. Good dig from Kuiper. Pushed over, Bozasevic. Finally, Kyle Fetchko keeps attacking and finally is able to earn himself the point. 16-11. Served over and dropping it in. A nice serve from number 11, Connor Roberts. A very good jump serve from Roberts as that thing dropped very quickly. Roberts will serve it again. It goes off of Hoffner, kept alive by Gateway. Good swing and a good kill from Kromka. Will Kromka handling that one with ease. As the substitutes will come back in. Next match is for both of these teams. Gateway will be taking on Seton LaSalle on April 4th. Looking ahead for Trinity. Their next match is on the 5th against Bishop Canavan. Mentioned before, that is a section match. Served over, passed up. That one too strong, correction. Not too strong, very strong, and dropping in right inside that line for Kyle Fetchko. Line judge right there to make that call. Fetchko has turned things on a little bit here in this third set. As Trinity will serve. Sending that one too strong. Here's Trinity, another service error for the Hillers. That serve doesn't look bad, it's just a bit too much. Drop that a little bit closer in. Obviously, perfectly placed that because Gateway really wasn't looking like they wanted to play that at all. Obviously, good call noticing it was out, but they didn't even move for it. Drop that one in, you might have better luck getting an ace. Rolled over for Trinity, played by Kromka. Outside, Pasalinqua, but passed up by Lent. Outside for Trinity, and Fetchko gets the point off the arms of Kromka. Had that played perfectly, at least on the angle, but unfortunately for him, not able to keep that one inside the lines. Fetchko earns himself the serve. Right over back to Kromka. Pushed over by Lent, but played by Gateway. Pasalinqua gets that one down, dropping that into the donut. Nobody there for Trinity, and a good point for Gateway, 20-14. As Gateway will serve. Gabriel Shaw serves. Passed up by Strickland. Into the middle, big swing, but a big block from number 10, Chris Lewis. Lewis gets the block for Gateway, and it's been that kind of evening for both Gateway and Trinity. Shaw serves it over, passed up, over, pass, put back down. Chris Lewis again for Lewis. Gabriel Shaw will serve again for the Gators. Served into the net for Shaw. It's a point for Trinity. They're looking to just hang on in this match right now, 22-15. Have some work to do, and time is running out. It'll be Luke Higgins who will serve. Higgins sends it over, passed up by Lewis. Set into the back for number 3, Bozasevic. Chris Lewis was a little confused as to who's supposed to be going for that one. Bozasevic was right there. I think Lewis was expecting a slide. But regardless, it's a point for Gateway. Outside. Dropping that one in is Pasalinqua. Right in front of Hunter Strickland. 23-16 Gateway. Served over, passed up. Strickland rolls that one too strong. And it's a point for Gateway, and it's match point number 1 for the Gators, 24-16. Served over, passed up by Roberts. Too strong, or correction, Fetchko gets a point for that one. It's off the fingertips of a Gateway player. Again, Kyle Fetchko has shown flashes of a very, very solid player for Trinity, someone that they're going to want to work around as the season progresses for the Hillers. Outside, Pasalinqua. That's going to be double hit on him. Too much spin on that one. Point for Trinity. Set point number 3 for the Gators, though. Served over. Off the arms of Gateway. Lewis Kept up by Trinity. They'll touch it over. Touched over again. Back and forth. And it's a net violation on number 6, Josh Lent, and that is the match. Gateway starting their season strong. A 3-0 victory against Trinity. They sweep their first match of the season to improve 1-0. Trinity drops to 0-2 in non-conference play. They'll start conference play in their next match. Gateway, of course, will take on Seton LaSalle. That will be a non-conference match for the Gators before they go and take on their section. That will be all she wrote for our entire broadcasting crew. I'm Spencer Witt saying so long and thank you for tuning in. Final score, Gateway defeats Trinity 3-0, 25-15, 25-15, and 25-15, or 25-18, excuse me, here on the NFHS network on nfhs.org. Saying so long and thank you so much for tuning in. Good night, everybody.